21-day girl challenge. I don't know about you, but I am so feeling the arm workout that we did yesterday. So today we're going to give our arms a little bit of a break and we're going to work our core and our booty. Let's get started with our booty right away. 3 exercises. We're going to do it all on one leg before we switch to the opposite leg. It's going to look like this tabletop position. Begin with whatever leg feels good for you today. Leg extended, toes pointed. You're just going to bring it up and tap it down. Couple of moments here. Then I will cue. You're going to keep it lifted. Tiny little pulses. Second move, hamstring crawl. You're going to flex your toes down towards the floor, bring the heel close towards the glute, and then straighten the leg. Couple of moments here. Then we're going to do a hamstring curl pulse. So you're going to keep it 90 degrees. You're going to pulse the heel close towards the glutes for a couple of moments before you go into your donkey kick, bringing the leg up and down. Couple of moments. Final thing is we're going to pulse before we straighten our leg again, and we go right back into our straight leg lifts. It's going to be 3 rounds. We're going to take a second, then we're going to do it on the opposite leg. Day 4, let's work our booty. We're going to get started in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's do this. Up and tap, up and tap, up and tap. Good. So leg is straight, toes are pointed. Draw the lower belly in. Just bringing it up and down and up and down. We have a pulse coming up in 3, 2, 1. Pulse it here. Tiny pulses. Good. Up and up and up and up. We have that hamstring curl. You're going to flex your toes down towards the floor in 3, 2, 1. So you bring the heel close towards the glute, you extend it, and then you bring it back. So your toes, they stay flexed down towards the floor. Good, really working that hamstring. We have that hamstring curl pulse coming up here in 3, in 2, in 1, tiny pulses. It doesn't have to be very big, but just tiny little pulses, bringing the heel close towards the glutes. Final exercise in 3, in 2, in 1, it's donkey kick. You go up and in. Good, up and in. Push the floor away from you, maintaining a neutral spine so we're not arching the low back. It's definitely something I need to work on. Chin away from your chest. You have that pulse coming up in 3, in 2, in 1. You're going to pulse here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the leg. You go down and up. Woo! Down and up. We mean business for these glutes. I love it. I love when you can start to feel the burn right away. If it's burning, it's working. You have a pulse coming up in 3, in 2, in 1. Stay lifted, pulse and pulse. Trying to keep our hips leveled here. So you're going to just, whatever leg that you're using, I'm using my left, just tilting the leg down towards the floor for 3, for 2, for 1. Hamstring curl in and straighten. Bring the heel close towards the glute, straighten the leg. It doesn't have to be very fast. Working the hamstring, going at your own pace. Remember to breathe. If it's too much on your wrist, you can come down towards your forearms. In 3, in 2, in 1. We pulse it in and in and in and in. Tiny pulses. Keep the toes flexed down towards the floor. Donkey kicks in 3, in 2, in 1. Knee goes in and up. Good. In and up. Woo! I am 100% feeling this. I hope that you are as well. You have your pulses coming up in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Final round. Tap it down and up, down and up. Good. If your wrists are getting sore at all, if you have to take a second, you know you can always press that pause button. You can just take a second, come back when you're ready. You have your pulses. 3, and 2, and 1. Let's pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in and straighten. You're almost there. Stay with me. You got this. We can work really hard even though we're not using any weights. Definitely feeling this. All right, you have that hamstring curl pulse coming up in 3, 2, 1. Pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Donkey kick. This is it. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of a break after this. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of a stretch. Breathe through the burn. You only have 10 more seconds of your donkey kicks. Flex the toes down towards the floor. You have your final pulse here on this leg in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's do this. Pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse. Work the glute. Feel the burn. Love the burn. Give me 3 and 2 and 1. Holy guacamole. Take a second here. Good. Maybe just massage the hips, the glutes, and let that go. So whatever leg that you're working, let's work our opposite leg. I'm just going to turn so that you can see me. It's the same thing. Woo! Have to give myself a second because I'm getting ready to do that on the other side. But really activating those glutes, these HIIT style workouts, we really get the work done in our HIIT style workouts using the Pilates principles. Let's get ready. Straight leg coming up in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's do this. Up and lower. Good. Up and down. Woo. Up and down. Nice. So you can really control the movement. If you are feeling any sort of wrist issues at all, remember you can always come down towards your forearms. Don't hesitate to do that. You have a pulse in 3, 2, 1. Stay lifted. Pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse. Leg is straight. Toes are pointed. Breathing through this hamstring curl in 3, in 2, in 1. You bring it in and then extend it out. Hamstring curl in and out. I find it hard when I'm not using a mirror to see what my hips look like. I'm sure I'm going to see it in the video and be like, that's not the right form. But if you do have a mirror, watch that your hips are aligned. 3 and 2, in 1. Tiny hamstring curl pulses. So you're just bringing the heel close towards the glutes. You have your donkey kick in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go down and up. Feels good. We have that large range of motion, keeping the right hip down towards the mat, maintaining a neutral spine. You have your donkey kick pulses in 3, in 2, in 1. Pulse here. Tiny pulses. You're flexing the toes down towards the floor. You're not overarching your arms here. You're maintaining a little bit of a bend in 3, in 2, in 1. Straight the leg. Tap it down and up. Woo! Down and up. Down and up. Nice. So just so that you guys are aware, we're going to give our glutes a little bit of a break after this. We're going to work our core. 3 and 2 and 1. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hamstring curl in and out. Really making sure that your toes, they are flexed down towards the floor. Take your time here. If you need to take a little bit of a rest in between your movements, please do so. Again, it's your workout. 3 and 2 and 1. Tiny little pulses. Make sure your knee does stay lifted so we're not bringing it down towards the mat, because again, really working that hamstring, still working that glute. You have 3 and 2 and 1. Donkey kicks. It goes in, back up. We will be feeling this tomorrow, just so that you know. I'm already feeling it. I know when I work really hard, I'm like, oh, this kind of burn is the burn I'm definitely going to be feeling tomorrow. Get ready for that pulse in 3, 2, 1. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is it. final time. Final time here, wrists, they're getting a little bit sore, coming down towards your forearms, keeping the low belly in. You have that pulse coming up here in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. See, lifted 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do this in and out. Hamstring curl. You know I love a last set. Extra motivated because you're almost done. We're not going to have to do this again. Getting ready here for that hamstring pulse in 3, in 2, in 1. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holy guacamole, everyone. Let's do this. Up and in, up and in. Watch that. We're not dropping our head all the way down, right? We do want to keep some length in our spine, flexing our toes down towards the floor. You have just a couple of seconds left here. Getting ready for that final pulse in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's do this. 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. That's not a booty workout. I don't know what it is. Allowing our glutes to just rest up a bit. Let's move into our core. Here's what we're going to do today. Having our legs in tabletop position, we're going to go into what I call dead bug. I don't know if there's another way to call it, but essentially what you're going to do, it's going to be opposite leg, opposite arm that's going to stretch up and then back in. So opposite leg, opposite arm, back in. We're going to do this for 20 seconds. I do want to make sure that the low back stays planted to your mat. If you need to bring your leg up a little bit higher in order for your low back to stay on the mat, please do so. If your head gets heavy, you can just extend the leg, come back in. 20 seconds, 10 seconds afterwards, double leg stretch, bringing the knees in towards the chest, and then you're going to extend arms and legs out. Good. All right, so you're going to inhale as you extend, exhale as you bring it together, keeping the low back down your mat. If you need to, you can bring the shoulder blades down towards your mat. That's the first exercise, and we're going to bring our feet down towards our mat. We're going to reach for one knee, and then we're going to reach for the opposite knee. We're going to do this for 20 seconds with a 10-second crunch before we come right back into our dead bugs. We're just going to repeat this sequence a couple of times, working our whole core here, and that's going to start in 3, in 2, in 1. Dead bug. I really encourage you here to go slow. Can you inhale as you bring everything apart? Exhale as you bring it together. Again, you can really allow yourself to hold your head here as well. You don't necessarily have to use the arms. You have 3, and 2, and 1. Double leg stretch. In and out. In and out. You can always lower the shoulder blades down towards your mat. You have your cross crunches in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's reach for one knee and then reach for the other. Reaching a little bit further every single time. Let's reach and reach, perhaps using your exhale every single time you reach. You have your pulses in 3, in 2, in 1. Pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dead bugs. Let's go. You can also be in your dead bug. I forgot to mention this right here down on your shoulders. It is a little bit more challenging to lift the shoulder blades up. Really working low core. This is a great way to work our low core because we're working one leg at a time. 3, and 2, and 1. Double leg stretch. In and out. You go in and out, maybe keeping the shoulder blades lifted, maybe bringing them down for 3, for 2, for 1. Feet down, cross crunches, let's go. Reach a bit further every single time, starting to feel that burn in the core. We can work our core every single day, getting a little bit stronger. You have 3, and 2, and 1. Let's pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and one. Final round, dead bugs. Good. Inhale as you extend. Exhale as you crunch. Inhale to extend. Exhale to crunch. If you're using weights, you can use both weights just like so. A good way to really, really work that low core. I cannot use weights right now. Everything's on fire. 3 and 2 and 1. In and out. But again, if you repeat these workouts, you can absolutely see if maybe the second, third, fourth time you use weights, that's totally awesome. 3 and 2 and 1. This is it. Let's cross our crunch. Cross crunch to reach and reach. Last set of this, make it count. Maybe reach a little bit further. Use your exhale. You have that pulse coming up in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Again, let's just give ourselves a little bit of a cobra stretch here, just to really stretch out your core. You know, it's funny because I had 2 rounds of planks set for this workout, but after the arms that we did yesterday, I cannot even fathom to do another plank sequence. So taking them out added a little bit more core and glutes because I can't do another plank. But if you want, you can for sure do them at the beginning or at the end of your workout. Let's work our glutes, give our core a little bit of a break. 2 rounds of bridges. Instead of starting in our normal bridge, we're actually going to start right away, bringing our feet together, knees apart. If this isn't accessible because of your ankles or because of your knees, you can do this in a wide-legged bridge. Let's bring our arms down towards the mat, play your favorite tunes, maybe lifting the hips up and down to your favorite song, but it's gonna start in 3, in 2, in 1. Lift your hips up and lower, up and lower. We go up and down, up and down. Just targeting a different part of our glutes here, either really pressing your palms down towards the mat, especially as you lift your hips up. If you don't need it, really reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Squeezing your glutes together, especially at the top. You go up and hover, you squeeze and down. The next movement we're gonna do is we're gonna move our knees in and out in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay lifted. Knees go in, knees go out. We go in and out, in and out. You got it. In, out, in, out. Breathing through this movement, make sure you're not clenching your teeth at all or holding your breath. Breath is moving, core is strong, maintaining your neutral spine. Really, as you draw the knees closer together, feel the work of your inner thighs. You go in and out just a little bit longer. You go in and out, woo, in and out, feeling your inner thighs. All right, the next movement we're going to do, let's keep our knees out. We're going to pulse our hips up towards the ceiling in 3 and 2 and 1. Knees out. Let's pulse it. Pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse. Glutes on fire. Up and up and up and up. Feel that squeeze of your glutes. You squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. We're going to bring our knees back together. Last movement of this, we're going to bring our knees together, pulse up towards the ceiling in 5, in 4, in 3, 2, 1. Knees together. Let's pulse it. So keep your feet together. Woo! That burn is real. Keep your feet together. If you can you keep your legs together? Feel those inner thighs. You got 10 and 9 and 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Good. All right, the last bridge that we're going to do, and I promise we're not doing another bridge today, but you know I love me some bridges, really working our glutes. We're going to bring one foot down on the mat. You're going to keep it there, and you're going to actually do a figure 4 with the opposite leg. So having the ankle on your thigh, and you're flexing your toes towards your knee, keeping the knee back in line with the other knee or as close together as you can. If this isn't accessible, just give me a one-legged bridge. All right, let's do this in 3, in 2, in 1, your hips go up and down, up and down. So trying to keep the knee back. I know it's going to come forward, but the best you can, just keep it back. You go up and down and up and down. Again, you can be right here. So we are just targeting one glute here, just a different variation, seeing how it feels and seeing how you feel afterwards too. So we just have a tiny pulse coming up in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1, stay lifted, pulse, press the left big toe or whatever foot is on the mat. You're really pressing the big toe down towards your mat as you have 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Let's just switch up our legs. Alrighty, let's get ready. Final round in 3, in 2, in 1. Your hips go up and lower, up and down. We squeeze and down, squeeze and down. Remember, you can be right here with your legs slightly bent, your one-legged bridge, but wherever you are, whatever foot is down on the mat, you're pressing the big toe down towards your mat. As you are isolating your one glute, you can also really feel the work of your inner thighs. You just have a couple more seconds. We're gonna go into that final pulse in 3, in 2, in 1, stay lifted, pulse. And pulse, and pulse, and pulse. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give yourself a big squeeze, a big hug. Little core, another final glute exercise, and then that's it. That's done for day number 4 of your 21-day Girl Challenge. Stay with me. You're almost done your workout for the day. We're going to go into our bicycle crunches. So for our HIIT core, starting in that tabletop. Apparently, I really like tabletop today. Interlace your hands behind your head. You're going to bring knee and elbow together. If you can, you're flexing your toes down towards your face, and then you're going to switch. If you can, always coming back to that tabletop position, keeping the low back pressed down towards your mat. If you need to, bring your leg up a little bit higher so that you're keeping the low back glued. If this is inaccessible, if you feel a little bit tired afterwards, you can have the knee just come in towards the chest. And if you want a little bit more challenge, you can keep the shoulder blades lifted. Really working our core here. It's going to be 20 seconds. Then we're going to hold to one side for 10 seconds. We're going to repeat the movement. And then after that 20 seconds is done, you're going to hold on the opposite side. Before we repeat, it's just 4 rounds. Remember, you can stay right here. At any point, you can switch to your modification. In 3, in 2, in 1, bicycles. I used to absolutely hate doing bicycle crunches because they're very challenging, right? But when I started to notice that I could do the modifications, I could take it a little bit slower, I don't have to go super fast, I started liking them a little bit more. 3, and 2, and 1. Hold to whatever side you have. 10 seconds. Stay with it. Breathe. You can bring your leg up a bit higher for 3, and 2, and 1. Let's do this. 20 seconds. Keep that going. Trying to come back into that tabletop position every single time. If you can you exhale every single time? Remember, you can be right here. Maybe the shoulder blades are down. You're going to hold in 3, in 2, in 1. Hold on the opposite side for 10 seconds. Breathe through it. Breathe through the burn. You got this. 3, and 2, and 1. Again, you can be right here, and for the holds, you just hold on whatever side you are on, but we want to switch sides. So remember which side that we held on. You're going to hold on the opposite side. You have your final hold on one side. In 3, in 2, in 1. Let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 20 seconds. Final 20 seconds of our core. Remember, final core that we're doing today. No planks today, but a little bit of HIIT core, really targeting upper, middle, lower core, and some obliques here. You have your final hold in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Final little glute workout, and then that's it. That's all. Short but sweet today. Definitely feeling that burn. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into our clam shells. So you're going to bring your body out to the side, just like so, bringing the knees in towards the chest. You can either choose to rest here down your forearm, maybe cradle your head in your hands. Let's see if our ankles can be in line with our hips. What we're going to do is bring the knee out and in. I want to see if you can actually bring your feet up off the mat as you come in and out. So just like a clam shell, just like so. You're going to do this for a couple of moments, and then what we're going to do, we're going to bring knees together and then feet together. Knees together, feet together. Couple of moments before we stay lifted. You give me that final pulse. You're really going to shake it here, and then we are going to go on the opposite side. Follow along with me. Let's do this. Finish strong in 3, in 2, in 1. Clam shells. Let's go. So if you can, you are hovering the feet up over the mat, keeping the soles of the feet together. But if you can't, again, you can be right here. I actually find it a bit easier to bring my feet up, really targeting here the outside glute, where you're getting a whole leg action here as well. So we're going to come into that variation, bringing our knees together, feet together, coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So knees together, feet apart, and then knees apart, feet together. Knees together, feet together, knees together, feet together. As best as you can, you're keeping the feet hovering up over the mat. You're feeling that burn. You're almost there. You have that final pulse. Woo! That burn is real glute burn. Okay, pulsing in 5, in 4, in 3, 2, 1. Tiny pulses up and up and up and up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. I'm just going to switch sides here. So let's do this, bringing your knees in towards your chest as best as you can, aligning hips and feet together, so about a 90-degree angle. We're going to get started in 3, and 2, in 1. We go out and in, out and in. No joke here, really working the glutes, core on fire. Sometimes you don't need a super long workout to work out really hard, especially when we're targeting things like glutes and core. We can really get into those juicy moves, those pulses, to really feel that burn. 3, in 2, in 1. We go knees together, feet apart, feet together, knees apart. Knees together, feet together. You're really just tapping your heels, or you can actually bring both feet together. Whatever works for you, keeping the foot hovering over the mat. You know, if you need to take a second, please do so. I don't know about you, definitely feeling this, but don't worry. You only have a couple more seconds. We have that pulse coming up in 3, 2, and 1. Let's pulse it, pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse. You're almost there. Give me 10, and 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You did it. You crushed day number 4. Congratulations. I can't wait to see you tomorrow for day number 5.